Montek Singh, Deputy Chairman of the Planning Commission, doesn't quite agree with Basu's assessment of a policy deadlock. He says that the country doesn't necessarily need reforms to bring the economy back on the growth path.
At any given time, there are always things to do. So there's always a big reform agenda. The really important thing is, it's true that the economy has slowed down. That's true globally. It's globally not been a good year for anybody. We should do everything necessary to get the economy back to a good performance. I believe this can be done without necessarily doing every reform that you need to do. I think the most important thing in the short term is to reverse the slowdown of growth, which I think will happen, to give confidence to investors that this is going to be an investor-friendly environment where investment can take place, and to address some of the many impediments, particularly in the infrastructure sector, energy, power, fuel supply, and so on. You never finish all the reforms that need to be done. There are always reforms to be done. But that doesn't mean that you can't get the economy back on a high growth path, and that's what we should be focusing on at the moment.
Do you think FIIs and in fact even domestic investors are feeling that there is a need for certain reforms? You did mention that for them to come out and be more clarity on reforms, really, for them to feel that India is a good investment destination. Do you see that happening? FIIs seeking more clarity?
FIIs and indeed any investors always seek clarity, and I think it's the duty of the government to give them clarity. So there's nothing wrong with that. If there are doubts in anybody's minds about what government policy is, it's the job of the government to clarify that. I mean, I know that quite a lot of discussions are currently going on. FIIs are expressing their concerns. I think the finance ministry is listening. All sorts of groups have been set up. Hopefully something will come out of that. But yes, we should avoid lack of clarity under all circumstances.